Hello, welcome. Today we have a VOD review on Oasis. Looks like a diamond level game. We got a Genji player. Let's see, we have a... Ooh, I can't quite tell what the comp is. Anyways, I've never seen this video before, so I'll be commenting in real time. So let's get into it. Let's see, I want to find out what the comp is first, though. It's a Hanzo. Is that a Roadhog? We got a Lucio.
This is how you
Widowmaker. Okay, so Widowmaker, Genji as DPS. You got a Lucio as healer. Roadhog as a tank, so we need 2 more characters. Oh yeah, and Hanzo. Oh, so it's a triple DPS. Okay, so just right off the bat, I would really like if Genji started flanking just right away. I want him to be in this area, poking from this side. That's what Genji excels at. I see Genjis that that are grandmasters that still don't flank. They just kind of rely on their raw mechanical skill and their outplaying, their outplaying potential, and like their just team fighting sense. There's players that are really high level that are really good at doing that kind of stuff. But even then, I still would want those players to flank more. So that's what I'd like this player to do right off the bat. Another note too, when it comes to Tracer 1v1s with Genji, I really like when Genjis open up with a left click or a right click, and then immediately just follow it up with a swift strike, because you can, that depending on if you did the left click or the right click, or basically how many shurikens you got, you can just kill her with that. Actually, it would require 3 shurikens and one of those to be a headshot, so all of them to hit and for a headshot, plus the swift strike, and that would actually kill her. And then I guess you could do 3 shurikens, swift strike, and a melee, and that would kill her. The point is that sometimes you can just do that, get the swift strike out, and then most tracers will just recall right there. In this case, you tagged her with the shuriken, and I think somebody had already done damage to her. Is that right? Yeah. Oh, okay. I just missed it, but it looked like it was really low. So if you had just immediately right-click swift striked, you might have just killed her here. Just because sometimes tracers aren't always at full health. So again, when you're fighting a Genji, when you're fighting a tracer 1v1 as Genji, don't be afraid to just left or right-click and then immediately swift strike and then go for the melee. You might be surprised. You might just kill her. At the very least, you're gonna get the recall out like 9 times out of 10. So, anyways, small thing. Good. See if you can go for that Mercy. I don't mind that reflect. It's unlikely that it works because she'll probably just shoot the ground. But still, you were about to die, so I respect that deflect. Okay, look for the Mercy. Your team's winning the fight. Yes, flanking. You're flanking. Yes, yes, yes. Great. I still see, like I said earlier, GM players that wouldn't make this decision. This is absolutely 100% the correct decision to make at this point in the match. The objective is now. Because basically you're closing off their escape path, and then you're just looking for cleanup. You guys have already won this fight, so. Good. Oh, I don't like that swift strike. I would have liked for you to save that to kill Baby Diva. And you could have used it for this tracer, perhaps. Good. So look for a flanking position. I would like for you to go far right, like this area. Let's see if we can. Well, this is good. This works. So like this door, and then like go this way, and look for a really hard flank there. So, oops. So right now you're here. You're here, I think. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. So right now you're here. I would like for you to go back there and look for a flank, flanking position rather. Oh, are you gonna do it? Oh. So, okay, this is okay. This is not quite what I'm looking for. You're gonna protect this Roadhog. Good. I love it. This is great.
You're the real MVP.
No one. Okay, so right now you're down 5v6. So you got to look for a kill. Don't rush it, but try to play really aggressive here. Okay.
This is for you, baby.
Oh, a little slow on the deflect. So what I would have liked for you to do instead of what you did, so like right here, you saw that they were. Let's try that again. So you saw that they were all clumped up in this area. So in this area, what I would have liked for you to see is to kind of go with your Roadhog and then look to get around them. Instead, you kind of went head on, and again, that's just not where Genji excels. He doesn't excel when he's facing his opponent. He excels when he's behind them, catches them off guard. They turn around, they panic, maybe they throw a sleep dart at you or whatever, and then you reflect it back. You swift strike, and you know that'll at the very least scare them off. But if anything, you'll probably get kills by doing stuff like that, or at least more kills. Okay.
Told you.
My
Defend the point.
That should have been a deflect there, but that's okay. You want to look for the Mercy or the Ana. You don't want to be on Zarya. Wow, your team is putting in work. So that entire fight, I don't want to say that you played badly, but you weren't. I would say that you definitely were not pulling your weight in that fight. Your target prioritization was pretty abysmal. Your positioning wasn't that much of a problem. It was more just who you were prioritizing in terms of who you wanted to attack.
Defend the objective.
So that's actually the combo I want you to be doing on Tracer.
Defend the objective.
Right
Defend the
here.
objective.
So you go for the left click and the swift strike. That's great. However, in this situation, you're going towards their spawn where they're coming from without your swift strike. So this is a really, really dangerous thing that you did here. So let's see actually if you pay the price for it.
Objective.
is almost ready.
Defend the objective. Defend the objective.
Yeah, okay. So again, that was really dangerous. So, you know, in 1v1s, when you're kind of isolated, totally okay. I'm glad that you went for that play. Unfortunately, she blinked and you were too slow. But I like the idea. What I don't like is where and when you decided to do it. So, yeah.
Come on, soldier.
Objective is under attack. Get on it.
No, okay, so I think you guys were gonna lose this. Actually, you guys might win right here. But in terms of the kill feed, I would have liked for you to hold on to your ultimate. There is a chance you clean up here, but it's so much better if you just wait as a team to build up like 3 or 4 ults, 5 or 6 if your team is really coordinated, and then go for one last push. You're at 99%. They have 0%. You have the rest of the match to win one more fight. I would have liked for you to be more conservative here. So let's see what happens. Nice,
That's
good kill.
good. Okay. It's not every day you see a fair kill with the blade.
It's a Mercy. Good, good, good. Wait, did you have to reload there? Oh yeah, I think you did. Okay, cool. Well, I don't know why you climbed that wall there. There wasn't really a reason to do that.
This is not good.
Switch strike? Oh, darn, you missed. Okay. Might not have been in range. Chill.
Sorry.
Look for the reflect. Oh, not. Oh, nice, you got it. Cool.
Right.
Well done. You got that last bit of reflect. I think the Pharah misplayed a little bit. She probably should have turned away when she saw you, or maybe she did, but it was just too late. So far, yeah, I still would have liked for you to hold on to that Dragon Blade, maybe just a little bit longer, because even though it did work out, again, I would have liked for you to save it, because again, you only need to win one more fight the rest of the match, and then maybe that fight progresses a little bit longer, and then you realize, oh, we can actually just win it, and then you can use Dragon Blade. But I don't want to harp on that for too long. You did well. Still, I think in my opinion, a slightly questionable decision. I won't say slightly. I'll just say questionable. That fight you did pretty well, I think. I'm trying to think if there's anything I wanted to point out. I will say this: your team just seems better than their team, at least based on the first round. So maybe this is masking some of your flaws.
Enemy contact.
What are you doing? What are you looking for? Okay, so this positioning that you're doing is actually pretty weird. Nice kill. I would have liked. So, okay, let me try to explain this in a different way. So I really like Genji's to flank, if that's not clear enough yet. And you know that involves getting around your opponent so that you end up behind them. What you did there was you kind of like zigzagged around the middle of the map, and you're in this situation where you know your opponents could be all around you, and you're in the middle of them. That is like the exact opposite of what you want. Because as a Genji, you're far less scary when you're surrounded by your well, you could say that you could say that as just about anybody except for maybe like Reinhardt. The point is, you want to be surrounding them. You don't want them to be surrounding you. And the way you push that, you basically put yourself in the middle of the map, and that's just not where I want you. Yeah. Okay.
Almost.
I love how our second switcher.
You got this. Nice. Look for another target. Go for the Ana. Go for the Ana. Go for the Ana. Go for the Ana. So, right there, you could have. I think it was like right here. Basically, as soon as you saw Ana, you just gotta go swift strike towards her and then just kill her. Right there. Swift strike and kill her right now. I will say this though. If you don't get the right angle, she could actually sleep dart you. So actually, I don't mind that you held on to your deflect if you were anticipating the sleep dart. So good on you for that. Assuming that you actually made that conscious decision in your mind or instinctual decision to be like, oh shit, she has sleep dart. I need to hold on to this. So yeah. So actually, maybe the call you made was actually better than the one I suggested. Good, you're waiting. Nice. I love the patience. I love the patience here. Saw you were in danger. You waited for your team. Got the health pack. Win the 1v1. Oh. Cool. So again, you have downtime. You have downtime right now. Look for a flank. Look for a flank. I don't want you in the middle of the map. That's not where you excel. You excel behind your opponents. Good. I don't like this side to flank as much. I like the right side more. Oh, but you see, or maybe you heard a Mercy. Oh, you almost have her. Nice. You can go for the Ana. Oh, you gotta. Oh, watch out for that pulse bomb. Good. I would have liked for you to follow up on that. I think that was an Earth Shatter, right? Yeah. So right there, you could just climb the wall and then just go for the kill, or several kills. Okay, good. Actually, I like that. You probably lost the fight, so you're just bailing. Cool. Okay. So right now, again, you have downtime. I want you flanking. In my opinion, the right side is safer still. I want you already start to go there. Yeah. I want you to go to that direction. This is not where I want you. No. I want you further right. This is a little dangerous. I feel like you're being way too aggressive here. It's unlikely that you get that kill. Unless your opponents really misplay that. Oh, don't die.
I am repaired.
I think you were looking for a nice deflect there against any big damage, like maybe the pulse bomb. Unfortunately, it didn't work out. But actually, I like that you went in there to try to help your team. So I don't mind that play at all. Yeah, finish that kill. Yes. Nice. Very good. Very good call. Go for the swift strike. Okay, she recalled. Good. Go for the Mercy. Find the Mercy. Nice. She's almost dead. Team finish. Okay. Nice. Very good. This is probably some of the best in terms of VOD reviews. This is probably, I would commend you on this in the fact that you're probably the best player I've seen in terms of knowing when to disengage on a fight. Like when a fight's lost and you bail out, just so that you don't give them more ult charge, you don't stagger your team more, and that just shows me that you have pretty good game sense and that you're paying attention to the kill feed. So good. So that's a strong suit of yours. I like that. Look for the deflect. Good. Oh darn. Okay. Again, so very good about disengaging. I like that. You're a very slippery Genji. Look for the mercy.
Kala,
yeah, you're gonna have to wait on that Dragon Blade.
I wonder what.
That almost looked like an opportunity to Dragon Blade, but it wasn't. You had, I think, a Lucio dead, and positioning wasn't quite right. And I prefer Dragon Blades to come again from a flanking position. I think that's the best way to do it, unless you have a nano boost, because that can be hard to coordinate with in solo queue.
On me, like I'm wrong.
I'm not complaining towards you. You're just complaining towards everyone saying that the Pharaohs died.
Yeah, I don't mind this Dragon Blade.
I killed her so many times.
You both said she's a gay character, and you haven't killed her. She's been killing me.
Round 3.
Yeah, I don't mind that Dragon Blade. It was a last-ditch effort.
I'm a farmer.
The objective.
What? That's a shame.
Only one, the Tracer.
I am here. Enemy contact.
So again, this is kind of what you were doing earlier. You're kind of just going towards the middle of the map, looking for someone to fight, but I need you to be thinking more strategically in terms of how you approach fights. Look for angles, look for routes, look for rooms, look for corners, look for walls that you can abuse to get to the sides, or even better, behind your opponents to poke at them. That's going to push them between you and your teammates, and that's what you want. You want to sandwich them and restrict their options and the space that they can use, and then that will yield more opportunities for kills, for cleanup, for damage. It's just going to overall increase the pressure on your opponents. That's what you want. Instead, you're just kind of fighting. You're kind of just like brute forcing it. You're kind of just like, oh, okay, where's the fight? Where's the fight? Okay, there's a fight. I'm going for it. So I think I've seen enough to wrap up my commentary. I think that your left clicks and right clicks are pretty good. I would say they actually are at a diamond level. Oh, whoa, that was weird. Again, your the way you approach fights is not very good. You need to focus on flanking more, getting behind your opponents. Try to be more conscious of it. That's probably the number one thing. Your deflects and swift strikes seem pretty good. Your dragon blades seem fine as well. So trying to think of what else we can do. Oh, I really want to commend you on your knowing when to disengage from a fight. That's easily your strong suit. That's probably like the thing that you're best at right now. And it's something that maybe a lot of players would be like, oh, like who cares? Like he's really good at disengaging fights. Like what does that matter? That matters so much, because you'll have tons of teammates. They don't even recognize that as a flaw, where they're like feeding extra ult charge. They're staggering their spawns. These are the players who will trickle in, and because they're not really aware of when a fight shouldn't be fought. And so you're really good at recognizing. You're like, oh, we shouldn't fight this fight, so I'm just gonna bail. So that's a skill that maybe a lot of people wouldn't think is a very sexy skill to have, but it's a really important skill to have, and that is something that you're very good at, knowing when to not fight. So cool. Yeah, so work on your positioning, work on flanking more, and you'll probably, just with that alone, you'll probably elevate to like a master level play. And if you keep working on these smaller things, like, you know, just slightly improve your swift striking, slightly improve your deflects, your your aim, and then with all of that combined, I think you could probably hit GM. But prioritize positioning, flanking, things like that. Okay, cool. I hope this video was helpful.